Have you ever felt like you were broken? Like the world would never see your value? What if I told you that your so-called flaws could actually be your greatest strength? This is the story of Arthur, a young carpenter whose imperfections didn't hold him back. They became the very thing that changed his life. Arthur had always loved building things. Not a lot, just a little. Enough that nails didn't go in straight and measurements were never perfect. But clients did. His work was always almost perfect, and for many almost perfect just wasn't enough. Orders were canceled, jobs were lost, and some even laughed at him behind his back. Maybe carpentry isn't for you, they would say. And every time, Arthur felt that familiar pang of doubt. He wondered, am I really cut out for this? One morning, a teacher from a nearby school walked into Arthur's small workshop. She had a simple request. We need a few small chairs for our kindergarten class. Can you make them? Arthur looked at the wood, his hands trembling slightly. Every memory of failure rushed back. He could hear the critics' voices. You'll mess it up. You're not good enough. But something inside him clicked. Maybe it was stubbornness. Maybe it was hope. Either way, Arthur decided he would try. For days he worked tirelessly. His hands shook as usual, nails bent. Cuts weren't perfect. When he finished, he looked at the chairs and felt embarrassed. They were crooked, uneven, far from flawless. He imagined the children sitting in them and cringed. What if they broke? What if the teachers laughed at him? He had almost given up hope, until the day the children arrived. The chairs weren't perfect, they were unique, full of personality, and brought joy. Arthur couldn't believe it. The thing he thought was a flaw, the shaking hands, the crooked cuts, was exactly what made these chairs special. Other schools, local cafes, and even art collectors wanted Arthur's furniture. Not because it was flawless, but because it had character. His so-called weaknesses became his signature style. But Arthur didn't stop there. He realized something deeper. Life isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, trying, and letting your true self shine, even if the world calls it imperfect. A lopsided chair became a favorite in classrooms across the city. And Arthur? He finally felt proud, not because he was perfect, but because he had dared to be himself. Arthur's story teaches us something vital. Sometimes, what we see as weaknesses aren't weaknesses at all. They're opportunities waiting to be realized. We live in a world obsessed with perfection. Social media, work, school. It's often messy, unconventional, and beautifully human. Arthur's chairs weren't perfect. They didn't follow the rules. But they made people smile, inspired creativity, and became something unforgettable. And that's the lesson. Embrace the cracks, the imperfections. The things that make you feel less than enough. Those are the things that can change the world. Remember the chairs that weren't perfect, but were perfect for the people who needed them. Remember that your imperfections are not mistakes. They're your superpower. They are your signature. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs people brave enough to show up, flaws and all. So take that step. Create that thing. Speak your truth. And watch as the very thing you thought held you back becomes the reason you shine. Because sometimes, being broken is the most beautiful thing you can be. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this.